Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch, and the man who's been ghosted so much he needs to start his own paranormal show. Partner Nick. How's it going, Nick?
I absolutely love that. Oh my God. I need that on a fucking shirt. I swear to God. I've been ghosted so much. I need my own paranormal show. Oh my
That's
God.
actually that's actually I just said that off the top of my head. Hell yeah, let's there you go. There's another shirt for you to throw up on
On my Etsy
Etsy.
store?
Yep.
God, let me yeah. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Oh, good. I love it.
I'm gonna do that in the next couple of months. So
I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
By the
good.
way, if anybody has any questions for Erica as usual, ericapodcast@gmail.com. So
All right. Well, before we get into too much, let's do our cards.
okay.
That way I don't forget. All right. So we'll do our 50 Shades of Gray, the red expansion pack. I already pulled out a couple cards. Which friend do you have who would always use the term sex, not making love?
Geez, probably, in all honesty, probably all of us use that term. We don't use making love. I mean, like, I know a couple that a few of the guys I know are married, but like, even they say sex or fucking or banging or bumping uglies or any other euphemism you wanna kind of go with that. So
Have you ever seen Eddie Murphy's comedy specials back when he was really funny before he started getting into the family shit? Um,
yeah.
so I can't remember if it was Delirious or the other one where he did that whole women want men who are going to be, I want to fuck you instead of I want to make love to you. It was so funny. That's what that makes me think of. No,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't say making love. I don't say that crap. All right, so here we have who's the biggest pervert. Oh my. Have you ever purposely exposed yourself in public?
Never, never.
Have you
There's
ever
always.
mooned anyone?
Oh yeah. When we were in high school and later on, because I never fucking grew up. So
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
we've gone down the strip in the small town I used to live in and mooned people and passersby and other cars and people, just being dumbasses. So,
But you
thank God.
never showed your junk.
No, not unless people pay for it or some female asks for it specifically. Then you have to
So
prepare you have to prepare yourself for that whole thing.
I actually had a friend who was in town. God, I haven't hung out with her in a long time. And we used to hang out in our 20s and 30s. And we were talking about when we were younger, and she brought up like we used to go to this bar in Fort Wayne called Pierre's, and we would flash people our tits there. She's like, "Yeah, the things that we did back then." I was like, "Thank God we didn't have cell phones back then, because some of the shit we used to do, I'd get naked. It's not, I guess you could call it exposing yourself, but they had a hot tub at Pierre's, so I'd get naked in the hot tub, you know, with everybody else that wanted to get naked in the hot tub in the middle of the bar. So did get naked in the fountain once. No, did I get? Yeah, I was naked, and then the cops made me get out. So, yeah, I probably have exposed myself a time or two.
All right, so I added that saying we have now it's in my Canva, so it's stuck there. So I'll make it into a shirt in like a couple of days. Put
Nice.
it up
Oh,
there.
I'm so excited.
I'll give you a coupon code so you can buy one.
Yes. Yes, I'm so gonna wear it. I'm so gonna wear it.
I might make one myself and like wear it to Scarefest
Oh my God. That would be
just
hilarious.
because I'm just like why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? So
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That would be really funny. Yeah, I definitely want one. All right, so let's do one more because I already read it and it's funny. Have you ever used a toe for vaginal or anal stimulation?
no.
That's fucking nasty. I have had guys try though.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, no. I hate
Wait.
fucking feet.
Yeah, I do too. I can't like, I can't do feet. I'm not a feet person. I just don't get it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Do not try to put your foot in my crotch. That's gross.
Yeah, it's
All
really
right.
weird.
So Bachelorette. So here's our bachelorette cards. What do we got here? I need glasses. I'm like, oh, well, have you ever licked oh my god, is it talking about my own?
I mean, you probably need to remove a couple of ribs for that. So,
Well, no, it's have you ever licked your nipple during sex? And I was thinking like, have you ever licked someone's nipple during sex?
oh yeah,
But I think what it's saying is like for women, have you ever licked your own nipple?
that's interesting.
Actually, I've had kids, lost weight, gained weight, lost weight. I can I don't know why I know this. I can, in fact, if I ever wanted to, lick my own nipple. I just wanted to see if I could. I'm not perverted. I'm really not. I just
In case times get tough, you can always open that OnlyFans you wanted
well,
to, and you know.
I had these guy friends that I actually one in particular, if he wanted to, he could suck his own dick. He said he couldn't
Wow.
like deep throat it or anything, but he could get the head in his mouth. And so, of course, you just get curious. And one day I'm like, damn, my tits are like down to my waist now. I wonder if I could suck my own nipple. Fuck, I could fold that shit over. I could like,
Oh my god.
it's, I'd probably put half the tit in my mouth now. So, yeah, let's do one more. That was
Oh my
fun.
god.
Oh, well, this is stupid because we've already answered that.
Okay.
Have you ever had anal sex? All right. Well,
We
we
have
will
a whole
have a whole podcast
yeah,
about
we
you
have a whole
and
episode
I.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had sex on the beach?
No.
Not the drink, but like,
Oh no, no, no. Yeah, I'm aware, but yeah, I would not do that on the beach. I've heard terrible things like, you know,
yeah, I don't think I have either
yeah,
because
sand
if
gets
you,
in and goes everywhere, so no thank you.
yes, and if you get it in certain crevices and then it'll feel like sandpaper the next day, and really sand is just like fine glass-like particles. So no, no, I don't think I have either. I'm gonna be honest. And then one more. Got our 50 Shades of Gray, our gray one.
Okay.
Oh, that's stupid. We're gonna do a different one.
Okay.
Which goddess is most like Anastasia?
What the fuck?
I guess they're going Greek here. Which goddess, maybe? Okay, here we go. Name the friend most likely to be able to write a steamy romance novel.
Me.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. No lie, no lie, because I
Probably
know
gonna be
like you're
me.
writing that script, and mine wouldn't be steamy like that. I don't know how mine would be.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be more pornographic instead of just like a steamy romance novel.
Yeah, no, mine no, I could yeah. I mean if I put foot to ass and like sat down and did it, I could write it, you know. So it would be incredibly weird for me to do it because I have to visualize the whole thing and kind of like really get into the details of it. And it would just be weird for like a couple of weeks. But I could write it for sure. And I mean
Nice.
I've filmed this stuff before, for several shorts and movies and things like that. So you know, it's always fun seeing a pair of tits, but it's just one of those things like when you're on set, you have to be professional about it. So yeah.
Yep. I was listening to an audiobook earlier and they had one of the best lines. I wanted to write it down, but one of the best fucking lines I think I've heard is they had a sex scene in there. And what did she say? Oh god, she didn't use the word fuck, but he touched me. He touched me, which made me second guessing how much of a feminist I was, or something like that. I was like, damn, okay.
Oh God. I've yeah, yeah. That's very modern. That's extremely modern. Jesus Christ. That's very like
I was like,
2024.
wow, okay. I don't know if I'm a feminist anymore. Ooh, I was like, "That's actually that was a really good line." Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
people let fireworks off. Kitties are probably gonna get scared.
Jeez, it's just the 1st of July. Like give it a couple more days,
I
man. Come
know.
on. Yeah.
Can't you wait a few days?
Really, no joke.
Probably not. Probably not. But no, you did you were driving back tonight. You went to go to your mom's this weekend because of her birthday, right? And then you were doing something else this weekend too, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I went to what is it? The Chattanooga Film Festival.
Yes. How was that?
That was fun. What is it? I mean, yeah, you watch a bunch of weird shit in a very, dark room with a bunch of people. They're all like horror-esque sci-fi movies and they're really fun. So, had a good time. Tried talking to some females, but I wasn't getting like, I struck up a conversation with a couple of them that were in line or like, getting books or getting drinks or whatever, just trying to be casual about it. And
Mhm.
I never got any like, yay. I never got like a green light saying, hey, keep talking to me or hey, I'm interested or whatever like that. So I just kind of just like, I would talk to them for a bit and chit chat and then like stop because I was like, this is not going anywhere.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
also, and I hate to say this because it sounds like like it sounds like I hate these people, but like they're very when you get into the crowd of festival people and artsy people, they're very far left or left leaning.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to like talk to these women and try to hit on them and then like it'd go wrong and then like it's like, oh, that pervert tried to like have sex with me in line or something like that. Like I didn't want that shit to
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah.
so I had to keep it kind of like, walking on eggshells and shit because I didn't like I wanted to watch movies. That was my main thing. I was like, women are secondary. I was like, I wanted to watch movies and have a good time.
Yep. Yep.
So that's what the whole premise was, but like, I did try talking to a few of them to just striking up a conversation. It didn't really
Mhm.
go anywhere, but like, hey, I was doing it, I was out there
Yeah.
doing it.
Good.
Um
Yeah.
yeah.
Better than sitting at home.
Yeah, no. So I mean, like, I talked to a couple of them and just, kind of seeing what's what and stuff. So didn't go anywhere, but I gave it the old college try.
Good.
Um, Jeff was there too, actually. Jeff was in town for doing a convention down the road. He was at the convention center, and we
Okay.
were about like I think 4 blocks apart or something in Chattanooga because it's Chattanooga. It's very walkable.
Mhm.
So,
Very cool.
but yeah, that was pretty fun. We both went to the Saturday night party that was there was a 100th birthday anniversary for Rod
Oh,
Serling.
fun.
We
Okay.
tried talking to females as well, kind of the same thing, where they would talk to us, but like we weren't getting any, reciprocation from them and
Mhm.
no like yay or nay or anything like that. So plus they had, I don't know, they had some CBD like table there. We got drinks from those people and we got real fucked up. We didn't realize like how strong they were. We had no idea.
Oh, fun.
Because we were like, oh, CBD, it's like, half the strength of weed or whatever. And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the drinks they had were like the drinks they had were like 5, 10,
Not
15,
much. Yeah.
15, 30, and 15, 30, and 50, 50. So Jeff's a big guy. He's like, I'm gonna take the 50. I was like, oh, I'll take the 30. I'll be in the middle. It's okay. Bad decision. Because we got them and then we drank them real fast while we were there. And they were like, you know what?
Okay.
And then like, the party was kind of like moving to the next venue. Um and we were like, hey, let's go get something to eat first, and then we'll go to the next venue. And we're sitting there eating, and like it hits us like a fucking train, and we're just sitting at our table like, uh, why do I feel like every molecule of air hitting my body at the same time?
Oh, God.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so we were just like really high, and he's like, and I told him I was like, dude, I'm out. He's like, yeah, I'm glad you said something. I'm out too. I'll see you tomorrow morning for breakfast. I'm like, all right, cool. He got an Uber. I tried getting an Uber. I fucked up my Uber. As I sent the poor person to the hotel first and not to where I was.
Oh, God.
And then I had to like cancel and I paid the $7. I was like, fine, it's whatever. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
And then I
yeah.
had to switch apps and go to Lyft. So like I wouldn't piss anybody off. And so I got to lift, and I got this like really skinny little like 20-year-old kid with a mustache. He looked like he worked at like looks like he worked at like Blockbuster in like '99. He's trying to
Oh
talk me
god.
up and everything, and like he's like to me like and like he's being real nice, but in my head that I'm very very fucking stoned for, it sounds like he's a serial killer trying to kill me. That's what it sounded like to me. But
Oh
I know he was just
good.
being nice. I know he was just being nice. I really do that. But like
Yeah.
this is just like me being high and him talking was just kind of like he was like, "Hey man, how are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing good." He's like, "Hey man, what are you here for? Are you here for something?" I was like, "I'm here for the film festival." He's like, "Oh man, I love filmmaking. It's so good, man. Oh, I'm trying to get into it." I'm like, "Cool, man." I'm trying not to freak out in the back of this fucking car, and I'm trying to like make sure I have my room key and I know remember what room number I'm in.
Oh good.
Yeah, and like I fall asleep in my kind of warm room because the hotel's brand new and the air conditioning doesn't really work too well. So I'm just trying to like,
Oh,
fall asleep naked in my fucking bed. And I had the wildest dreams. Oh God, it was so fucking weird.
oh, that's so funny.
And I I woke up the next morning and Jeff like comes over to for breakfast because like I had free breakfast there. We were gonna he didn't want to pay for it.
Uh,
So, we had breakfast, and he's like, "How was your night, man?" He's like, "Oh, I slept like a fucking log, but I felt like I was going through a horror movie from Tim Burton or something." He's like, "Yeah, me too." I'm like, "Okay, good. Never again, never again."
oh god. Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
hilarious.
like because like once again, CBD, um, things like that. We thought, oh, it's not gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
No, we're fucking wrong. Entirely fucking wrong.
And see, once again, I have never had CBD. So I am I am innocent of all of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, once again, like you always hear a CBD is like less than weed, and like it's half or
Yeah,
it's a
and I
quarter, it's a
have, yeah.
third or whatever. I don't know what the fuck these ladies put into their goddamn drinks or what the hell the thing was. Like it
Probably
was.
that it probably was not CBD.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like in Tennessee it's not legal, so I don't know like how they're getting past it.
CBD isn't?
No, no, no. Weed is not legal. Like CBD is fine, but I'm sure it's
Oh,
highly
gotcha.
regulated. Um, but yeah, I because they kept saying THC things like that, and I was just like, well, how are you doing this? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe they have some sort of special license, or maybe there's some sort of like special caveat in the law they found uh that they're doing something else with, and they find a loophole and they're able to exploit it or whatever. I don't fucking know. I did because even a doctor friend of mine who lived in town,
Mhm.
he went there and he used their hookah or their pipe or whatever the hell they had, and he got fucked up too because he smokes with us sometimes and he's used to it. He went to fucking college, and so he even got fucked up like about two months ago, and he's telling me about it. He's like, oh yeah, it's too strong and this that and the other, and I was like, yeah dude, I should have. I just had no idea. No idea.
Oh, good. Mm-mm-mm.
But no, like I said, I will bring you like a small 5 milligram cube, a little gummy cube, and it's very light.
All right.
I'm not kidding. I I've given it to other friends, and I've given it to other friends, and they've said the same thing. It's very light. So
Okay.
we'll give you a small one. I'm not gonna like,
I will.
yeah, I will make sure because I do have like hundreds and like and 50s and things like that. I'm not gonna give you because you'll it's one of those things like as soon as you eat it in 30 minutes you'll be like, oh fuck. It'll just set in and then everything will slow down to a halt and you're just like, oh God, what's going on? So yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm excited. I can't wait for Scarefest because we all got our tickets for the bourbon
Yeah,
tasting
yeah,
on
yeah.
Thursday night.
I need to get a room for Thursday into Friday. I need to
Yeah, I looked up that other that bigger Airbnb that we had been looking at, the one that was in the historical home, and it's booked for that weekend, Thursday night to Sunday. And I'm like, oh, it's somebody going to Scarefest.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But yeah, no, when I was messaging you, I did change my reservation. So
okay.
the one that we found while we were doing the podcast a couple weeks ago got cheaper.
Nice.
So I think at the time it was like $50 cheaper, and then it became like almost like $80 cheaper. And I was like, I'm doing it right now.
Damn. Okay.
So
Cool.
I booked it. I canceled the other one. I booked this one. The lady immediately wanted like my picture ID, and I was like, fine, whatever. I don't care. It's I get you need to be secure. It's okay. So I got that one. I will get a cheap hotel room for that Thursday night into Friday. Just because it'll be easier. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I guess I'll pay for
Which,
parking. I guess I'll pay for parking at Scarefest for like a day and then be fine.
well, and actually at the Airbnb that we're at, I don't know what the parking situation is at because you could park there, and I don't know what the couch looks like. I don't know if you want to sleep on a couch though. Um, but we can check it out, or if it's easier just to get a hotel room for the night. Yeah, because I thought it'd be fun to have like a great big one, but man, like we said, I got mine so damn cheap. Um, by booking it so long ago.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
I
want to
should have
give
done
it
this.
up.
I should have done the same thing. I should have booked it as soon as the dates came out, just because. But like, I just was like, oh, I'll wait, and it'll be okay. Nope.
Well, that's kind of like there are some people that the movie A Hard Place that I filmed, there's some people from that going to Cancun in November, and I want to go, but my God, I just I had to get a hotel room for the weekend to go to Days of the Dead this weekend, and we got Scarefest coming up, and then I got what is it, that Slash and Bash or whatever in September for the
Yeah,
premiere of Cheerly. I'm like, I mean, I can't just book everything at once. I mean, I can, but credit card, the thing with the credit card, they start wanting payment now. It's not like it's not
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
paid till later. So I'm like, no, I'll put it off. And the one guy keeps asking me about booking it. I'm like, dude, I'll fucking book it when I do. I'll let you know. I want to go. It'll just have to be later that I book it. So we'll see. But I think that'll be fun. That's
Oh,
something else I
definitely,
want to do.
definitely.
Yeah. I don't know who all's gonna go though. It might just be me and two guys. So hey, but no, I think the one guy's married. Other guy's single though.
I mean, I know you're a very moral person. You wouldn't do anything, but I'm just saying,
I know.
eh.
Unfortunately, I'm too moral.
Yeah, about to say, I
Uh,
was like, eh.
yeah, I'm like, it's not.
If he doesn't, I mean, if you guys do anything, it's on him. It's more on him than on you. I'm just saying, So
Yeah. Um,
that's about it.
yeah, I don't know why I'm like that. Did I ever tell you about the one couple that wanted me to be in a threesome?
No, you've never said that. What the
I
hell?
never told you about that.
No. What?
Oh, okay. So I was getting my car fixed by this mechanic, and he had the body shop out at his farm. It's when he was first starting out, so it was basically the barn had been converted. And I had heard rumors that him and his wife were swingers, right? I didn't know it. I'd known the guy since high school and I didn't think anything of it. And I'm out there and I'm talking to him. We're standing outside and he goes, "There's my wife." And I look up and she's like naked in their window, like in their second story. And she's like getting dressed and stuff. And
Oh my
he's
God.
like, "Do you ever think you might want to join us?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good. But thank you so much for offering." I'm I'm like, "Hey."
Jeez.
But and then I had a whole conversation about because I was telling a mutual friend, I was like, "Yeah, he asked if I wanted to join a threesome," which actually he's hot as fuck. I mean, and his wife was open to it. And I'm like, but still, had this whole conversation about the sanctity of marriage. And if you were going to be married, I didn't understand stepping outside of your marriage, what the need for that is, because then you open up the possibility of falling in love with somebody outside your marriage. And actually that did happen. They ended up getting divorced, and they had a somebody that they would have a little threesome with, but surprisingly a guy. And his wife ended up leaving him for this other guy. So
Jeez.
yeah, yeah, but I could have been part of a threesome.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing I always hear about these days. Whenever a woman is like, "Hey, let's make it an open relationship," usually when she says that, or usually when the guy says it, they already have somebody in mind. They're already kind of like cheating. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the things happening that I've heard about nowadays. And I'm just like, God damn it, people! Can we
Yep.
not just have normal? Can we not date like it was '93 all over again? Please, can we go
I
back to
don't
that?
know. There's some people around where I live. There's a sex club in Fort Wayne, like one of those straight up sex clubs. Men cannot go by themselves. First of all, it's like one of those where you have to have a password to get in. You have to know
Nice.
somebody to get in. Um, you can wear a mask if you want. You don't have to. But women can go by themselves, men cannot. Men have to be part of a couple to get in. So you can't just have a man go in there and think he's gonna fuck a whole bunch of women. It has to be a couple or a woman can go by herself, which is pretty sexist if you think about it. But, yeah, we got one of those in Brighton, Fort Wayne. So, yeah.
There's one here in Atlanta called Trapeze.
Ooh,
Trapeze Club. Let's see. What are their events for July? Let's see.
they
They
got
have
events every
they
month?
have Three-Way Wednesday. They have Independent Bay on
Ah,
July 4th. They have Get Wild Friday. They have Newbie Night. Ooh, that's interesting.
newbie night. Oh, maybe we should sign
Now,
up for that.
now it's funny because a movie I worked on, when I first got here, one of the girls worked as the reception girl, and we recorded some promo stuff inside, and it's just like, dude, this place is fucking mad. Like it's in a shitty fucking area, and you have to know where it is and like how to look for it before you can actually find it. But like once you get inside, it's like, it's very lavish. But they have the same rules where it's like couples are like, I think couples are 25 or $50 to get in, and then you can actually bring your bottle of you have to bring your bottle of alcohol, and they have mixer. They don't actually serve alcohol because they don't want to deal with it because it's the whole thing then. And I think if you're a single guy and you want to get in, it's like 250 to get in.
Nice.
250 or 125 to get in as a single dude. But if once again, if you're a woman, it's like, free, or like it's like $30 or some shit like that. So I don't know. I guess because like, dudes are predatory, dudes are bad or whatever like that. So that's kind of how their thing goes, which I
Yeah.
don't know. It's yeah, it's a little weird, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain about it. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Single memberships. Oh, yeah, okay. Single gentleman, 1 month, 120 nightly user fee. Not permitted to attend on Saturday nights.
Mm.
Couples, 2 month membership is $70 per couple.
Oh,
Nightly user fee per couple. See, it's Friday, Saturdays, $100 on the weekends. Obviously, gotcha. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because I remember filming in there, and they had like they had like bowls full of condoms and shit like that. It was the weirdest thing.
oh, that
They
would
had
be
like
weird.
they had like little sex rooms that if you wanted people to watch, you could leave it open. If you didn't want them to watch, you closed it. They had little pools in the back. They had a sauna in the back. They had a whole fucking thing. It was just like and like when we were in there shooting the promo stuff, like the lights were bright and they like dimmed to mid level, and I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like people could be fucking right next to you and you probably wouldn't see them. Like it was wild.
God.
Yeah,
That
it's
see, I just couldn't imagine. I mean, in high school, yeah, but now as an adult, I wouldn't want people fucking right next to me. I don't want to smell their sex.
yeah, you don't want to smell sweaty ball sack.
Oh, like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, you do not want to smell that as it's like you're trying to be there. But yeah, I know. But yeah, I've once again I've been in there. I've talked to people who have been in there and stuff, and they like it, so it's fine. But yeah,
Nice.
I don't know. I've not come to the point where I'm going to pay $120 a night just to get in there because I think that'd be weird. I don't know.
Oh, mm-mm, I wouldn't. Just go hang out behind the bar in the alley
There you go.
by
I don't
the
know.
exit door.
Yeah, yeah, no shit.
Oh,
Um,
God.
yeah. Oh well.
Here, I didn't think I did anything these past 2 weekends, and I guess I filmed a movie.
Yeah, you sent
each
me
of these
pictures
past
of
weekends.
of you filming a movie. What
Isn't
would
isn't that crazy? It's like it's getting so it's like,
it's getting
oh,
so
I didn't even
normal.
think, yeah, I
Yeah, it's
just
getting so
filmed a
normal
movie.
for you now. You just don't think about it.
And both of them had me get in the trunk of a car. Both of them shut me in a trunk. Like, okay.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Actually, the one, it was quite funny. Because I was killed, I won't tell you the way, and then thrown in the trunk of a car where we're filming, just out, like, kind of in this parking lot, and somebody had came to the house we were in because they had to get inside. She went across the street for something. She came back, and we were telling her, like, "Yeah, we're making a movie and all that." She goes, "Well, so and so wondered." She'd been watching from across the street, and she saw somebody getting killed, but she assumed they needed to be. So she's just, saw her put her in the trunk of the car, so just figured it was fine. Like, she didn't even know it was a movie we're filming. She's like, "Eh, I'm
Jeez.
just gonna watch." Because they were filming with, iPhones. So, it was it was not like great big camera equipment. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
fun.
That's good. That's good.
They were fun. I think it's going to be called The Silent Killer, I think, and then the other one's The Killing Game. So, yep, yep, fun stuff.
Yeah, no, that
Hopefully, I'll have
sounds
some other ones.
yeah. No, that was fun. Especially watching New Year's Eve was really good. So that was it. That was
Yes, and I get to watch it again this weekend because I'll be at Days of the Dead, and it's doing its Indiana premiere.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice. Nice, nice,
Yep,
nice.
yep.
Just down the road for you.
Yep, and I have some, like, a couple years ago, I had gotten a weekend ticket for Days of the Dead. Of course, I got screwed on my hotel because I paid for the hotel, and it was cheaper to get the non-refundable rate, and then because of work, I ended up not being able to go.
Right.
But, I still had the weekend ticket, and so I emailed them and I said, "Well, can I still use this?" And they said, "Yeah." So I was like, "Hell yeah." So I got a weekend ticket. I don't know if they'll honor the VIP portion of it, but as long as it's a weekend ticket, then I'm good. So be fine. And me and um one of the friends that you had met at Scarefest um are going to be sharing a hotel room. Um the one that was really good friends with Felissa Rose. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yep, I know who that is. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. They needed a place to stay, and I was like, I'll just get a I was gonna get a hotel room anyways, and instead of just getting one with, like, a king size bed, I'll just get one with a double. So, I don't know, at least now I'm gonna be sleeping in the same room with somebody,
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
little by little, and then in and then in, fucking,
Just, just
September, I might actually get in a hot tub. I don't like hot tubs,
oh.
but if I get drunk enough, I'll get in there. But yeah, I got a big fucking, I don't know why I go overboard like this, but a big fucking Airbnb in, um, Kansas, and, I can't find everybody to I thought I don't know what it is about me. I get a big Airbnb, and I think people like with Long Island, people wanna come share with me, and they don't. But this one, there's a few people that are going to, so, like, okay.
That yeah, and like yeah, that's strange because you're just like, hey, I got a big place there. You know, you get your own bedroom and things like that. Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, mine
Just Venmo you the money. Like, who the fuck cares?
it has 3.5 bathrooms. It sleeps 9, has 4 bedrooms, um, sleeps 9, 3.5 bathrooms, a hot tub, a fire pit, a grill setup. It's a kick-ass Airbnb, and I'm like, "Ain't nobody wanna stay with me?" Okay. But, yeah, I have a few people, um, so, um won't be a complete loss. I just like to, I'm usually, like, at the hotel by myself and everybody else is all hanging out, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll go back to my hotel now. So I was trying to socialize a little more. Um, but no, many people want to socialize with me, but that's okay. My place will be the cool crowd, and we'll just be in the hot tub and drinking. And Heather Harlow, who I was in the cheerleader movie with, and I was in a few movies with, she was the one, if you watched Camp Blood 666 Part 2, she's the one I threw the drink on.
Oh,
"You
okay, gotcha.
fucking bitch," or "cunt," whatever I called her, threw the drink on her. That's Heather Harlow. So back in February, her and I started spitballing because I had an idea in my mind about a film.
Okay.
Um, and I started talking to Heather about it while there, and I said, "Heather, you and I should make this kind of movie." And so it was like late February, early March, we were kind of talking about it. Well, then when we went back to film in what was it, April, we talked about it some more. It was like, we really should, or it was May, early May. It's like, we really should, and we talked about it some more. Um, and so we're gonna start working on the script. That's why the other day I asked you what program to use for
Oh,
script
okay.
writing. Yeah, yeah, her
Gotcha,
and I.
gotcha.
So she lives in Decatur, Illinois. I live in Decatur, Indiana.
Hmm.
So if I was going to fly to, is it is it it's not Oklahoma, Kansas. I can't think of Topeka, Kansas. That's where
Topeka,
it's
yeah,
at.
Topeka.
It there's no direct flight for me. It would have to be 2 planes. I'd have to get to the airport early. I'd have to get a connecting flight. You can only take so much. And I looked, and so it would take me, 5, 6 hours flying. And then I'd have to leave the airport and blah, blah, blah. Driving, it's a 10-hour drive. So I was like, I'll drive it. Well, then when I was talking to Heather, um, she's actually on my way if I drive. It is literally like 30 minutes out of my way. That's it. It's just, she is right there. And so I'm going to pick her up. I'm going to pick her up and we're going to work on this script on the way. We're going to talk about it because
Can you
I already had the character thought, uh, the types of characters I wanted, the storylines that I was thinking of. I even wrote like the opening. You know how some movies where in the beginning they do like a quote? I even wrote that. We
That's
just
awesome.
need we just need to flesh out the script. So we even have somebody that wants to produce it
That's
or
great.
help film it. Yeah,
That's great.
I'm like, okay. I guess we'll work on this then. So Heather's going to be staying at the Airbnb, so hopefully we'll get some of that done. But
Yeah, yeah. The program I sent you was Celtics. It's free. You can get a free account and just write as much as you want.
perfect.
And if you have like a certain a Windows Surface, you could have the app
Yeah.
for it. You just type on there because I still have their app on my iPad, but they quit supporting it like 2 years
Ah,
ago. So like
okay.
I can still write on it and I can still pull it off and email it and everything. So it's fine. But it's like it if I ever delete it off my iPad, I'm screwed.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
So like I've been working on my script. Like once I'm done with my script, I will make sure I email it to myself. I save it as a PDF. I do a bunch of shit for it, so it's saved, and
Mhm.
then I'll delete the app and get the other one. But yeah, the deadline for the script I'm writing is actually tonight, but I'm not gonna have time
Oh,
to. I'm not gonna have time to finish it, but I am going to finish it. I am going to finish
oh,
it.
we didn't have to record because you were working towards that.
Yeah, but in all honesty, I'm glad I got this far. I'm glad I got to the end of it. I need probably 2 more days and it'll be done. It's not, and I am going to finish it. I'm going to hold myself to finish it. I'm not just going to let it sit there like it was 10 years ago or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's fine. I'll find some other script writing festival or whatever that I can put it in. I'm not butthurt about it. I really don't care. It's fine. But
Okay.
I'm glad I forced myself to get back into this, get back in that headspace and write, as much as I could. And I wrote basically the other half. I think two-thirds, the last two-thirds of it. So I wrote a fuck ton in the last couple months with it.
Good.
So yeah, and I made it exactly the way I wanted to. I just have the ending I have to like figure out and write. And once again, it should take me like to the end of this week to do.
Good, 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 good.
So
Maybe it's something Dyer Entertainment should put out.
yeah, yeah, and like I sort of because like I brought my iPad with me to what like because I sent you the logo I mocked up because I got bored
Yeah.
because I was sitting there getting my fucking car fixed. It took them 4 hours. So
Oh,
luckily I had my iPad with me and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I have Canva. I got Canva. I can make you a logo in 2 seconds, and that's what I did.
yeah, yeah. Well, I had been thinking about what to do because, like I said, somebody that I invested in um asked me, do I have a logo for my production company? And I'm like, I don't even have a production company yet. I've thought about it. I've certainly put out enough money. I could have one. Um, but I was like, sure. And then you sent me that one. I'm like, here you go. Oh, and he asked me, he goes, is it okay if I give it some animation? So I'm assuming like he's
Yeah,
gonna
they're gonna
have the
yeah. Because I looked up because I looked up like on Canva you can look up certain logos and things like that, and I was like, this is fun. I'll use this.
yeah, that's cute. It
So
works. Yeah.
it was very simple and to the point. You got
Yep.
exactly what it was, and I was like, okay, I'll just use this. So yeah, I
Yep.
just sent it over. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I was thinking, I was wondering if I should use like legal Zoom or something to kind of set everything up.
you can but I think
I obviously don't want to do it myself.
yeah, that's true.
Ugh.
Um, but anyways, about the story about the script you want to write, can you give us any details, any sort of idea what the story's about or what genre it's in?
Sure. It's going to be action. It's not horror, but it is going to be more like action. Um, think Thelma and Louise-ish.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what was it? Well, it was a film festival. One of the authors they had come in, his movie that he wanted to show was what is it? Race with the Devil with Peter
Mm,
Fonda.
mhm.
Really good movie. Really fucking good movie. I actually bought the Blu-ray recently because I was just like, this is really good. I need to have this. The guy wrote young kid, had to be young kid, younger than me at least. He wrote Clown in the Cornfield, the slasher
Mm.
story. Um, and he just finished part 3 and it's gonna come out in September. But like he's done so good that he got a movie deal for the first movie, for the first book.
Nice.
And I was talking to him about it because like there were like 4 people in line who knew who he was and wanted his book and wanted him to sign it. And I was just like, hey man, how did the movie go? And he's like, I can't say anything, but like show me the kills and it's done shooting and this, that, and the other. And I was like, that's awesome. I was like, that's great, man. That's awesome. I'm happy for you because like the book's amazing. The book is so much fun. And I hope they do it justice and I hope that it comes out good because it's really fun.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, and I can't wait for your action movie.
Um, yeah, we're pretty excited about it. And like I already have characters um thought about. Yeah, I guess I had thought about it for quite a while. And but the whole like what they should say or how to set up a script, that I wasn't. Characters I
Yeah.
was pretty
Um
set on, but
I'll send you a couple of videos on like how the script writing stuff, how those certain tools in there work and how you should use them. There's a
okay.
couple of videos on like how you do certain things this way, you format it in a certain way this way it's like, easier to read when anybody gets it. And writing it will be a lot easier because you're not writing a book or anything crazy. So
Mhm.
it should be a lot easier.
Exactly. No, I'm actually looking for I was gonna send you something. Now I probably can't find it because I have all these fucking cat videos. Yeah, I have so many that I record and I don't even put them all on. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, these are it. All right. So I sent you on Facebook Messenger. I just sent you 2 videos. Every time I talk about how much I want my kids out and how old they are, you're like, well, I stayed with my mom till I was. I want you to look at those videos.
Okay, give me 1 second to like I'm on my laptop right now trying to navigate this shit. I'm getting 18 messages from everybody right now. Why? Why? Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get the audio to work without it. Nope. Nope, nope,
You
nope. I
don't
don't.
need you really don't need the audio.
All right, I'm seeing a room that's really messy. Holy shit.
Which one are
Jesus.
you looking at first?
It's the messy room. There's boxes everywhere. There's
So that's my oldest.
okay.
And that is how his room has looked for since he was probably 15.
Jesus.
Actually, that's probably better than what his room has looked like before.
Yeah, I mean, when I go home, mine's a mess too, but I've been clearing it out slowly. I'm trying to sell shit and, get things like that, but
Yep.
wow, you can't find anything in there. That's
He sleeps in there.
I don't know how you do that. I
I don't
can't.
know where.
Yeah,
I don't I
like
asked him,
is it
I
is
said,
it
when's
is
the last time you vacuumed your carpet? He goes, I don't know. I only have like a 6 by 6 foot spot. Yeah.
and then I'm looking at the other video where the cat's like in the middle of the room just like
Hmm.
hanging out on a chair or
Yep.
something, and then yeah, you're just
That's the other
panning.
kid.
A little bit cleaner, but
Those tables were worth about $3,000 before he got his hands on them. Those are actual
and then
um
I love that there's a fish tank in there with like really dirty water.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So every time I say I want them out, this is why. If yeah.
Yeah, see, I at least had like organized piles of stuff in my room that was like, okay, I knew where things were in said pile. Like this is never had a fish
Mm,
tank though. Never had a fish tank. Not even a yeah, no, I just don't do that. Okay.
no. I And the other day I went up there and I took those videos and I texted them to my sister and I was so pissed. And I'm like, part of me wants to send the one video to my kid's girlfriend that he's going to be moving in with. And the other one I want to send to, you know, the department that my other son wants to interview with because he wants to be part of. Um, and then I thought, no, because what's going to happen is it'll fuck things up for them and then they'll never move out.
Yep.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. But yeah, that's why. That's why when everybody's like, "Oh, but you'll miss them when they're gone." No, I won't. No, I won't. The entire upper half of my house looks like that because there's actually a third room up there. That's the entire upper half of my house. I want them out. I
Jeez.
got plans for all that room.
Yeah.
And the only reason the other kid's room looks cleaner is because it's probably twice the size of the first room.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
actually the master bedroom.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think what was it? I think it was like 20. Yeah, it was like 2022. We had like the day like the part of it was basically the part of my house that I was living in, and like my room, my bathroom, my closet, and the den. Like I had to go back for a couple of days and clean the fuck out of it because everything was crazy. We had like tables and shit and everything in there. We're going and like we went through my room, we went through my closet and everything, and cleared out
Mm,
everything I didn't need anymore because it was getting a little to be a little too much. It took 2 days, which wasn't bad. It took 2 full days to go through everything and like make sure like this is what I need to keep, that I can throw this,
yeah.
and just we did it, so it happened. I'm glad it did because everything's a lot clearer now.
Hmm.
But I still need to like there's a lot of like horror toys and things like that that I've collected that I just can't put anywhere. I don't have any room for, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
go to trying to book a convention so I can like just sell them there and get some money out of it, or at least break even or something. So that's kind of the idea I want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah,
I
actually, the
get
one
it.
son you couldn't see it, but he collects Legos. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually when I was in Tennessee, this was yesterday when I was there Sunday, I went to my storage unit and put the shelving units in there. Let's see. I think I can show you the picture of that. Um, it was hot as fuck because there was no air conditioning in that storage area. And so I was just in there sweat my ass off, trying to uh build these shelves with the door closed so nobody could see what I was doing because I don't want them to steal my shit.
Nice. Yep.
And then trying to put things like the heavier stuff on the bottom, obviously, and then like
Hmm.
lighter as I go up. And then I ended up, yeah, I had three of them, but I only put two in because that's all I really needed right then. So
Yeah, my kid would love that.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, the shelving was just, it's just there's plastic shelving from Amazon that like mom bought,
Hmm.
and I just trucked it out there, did the whole thing, put it up. So they're a little bit better organized because they were all like piled on the floor, and I was like, at least want them against the wall, or at least a wall. So like, if anybody wants to put more shit in here, we have more room for it, so
Hmm.
it's fine. Or if
Yeah.
at least if I just want to make it my Lego safe, it's all fine.
Yep. No, I wish, and actually, I told both of my boys they needed to get a storage unit,
Yeah, yeah.
get their
When I
shit
was
out.
yeah when I was moving out of my apartment, I got a storage unit for
That's a good idea.
I want to say 6 months because like I moved out of my it took a month, it took like 3 months. Once again, it was like towards the end of the pandemic, but still it was a pain in the ass
Hmm.
because I was going back and forth for a week at a time, living out of a hotel, driving to my apartment, and just cleaning stuff out. And whatever I didn't need, I threw in
Yep.
their trash.
Yeah.
And whatever I wanted to keep, I put in storage unit. Basically, was like the big furniture and things like that.
Yep.
But it was just garbage. It was like garbage bags upon garbage bags of shit I just didn't want and didn't
Yeah.
want to keep. And then just separating things was a pain. And the apartment complex never reminded me of shit, so I had to like keep a date on my phone and be like, all right, I have till this day to do it. And I finally did it. Gave him the keys, signed the paperwork, everything was done. And it was funny because like the computer chair and the TV I had left and the stand, I literally just put out in the fucking hallway of my apartment. I was like, somebody will grab this and take it. Because all I did is like I taped the remote to the remote and the power cord together to the TV so they would know what it's for. And
Hmm.
it was gone. It was fucking gone the next morning. It was just gone. I was like, good, somebody got it, whatever. Don't care. Um Yeah, signed the paperwork and then that was it. But everything was in the storage unit for about 6 months, while I was looking for a place and getting things hammered out and trying to get stuff down. And I was officially living in Tennessee then at that point for a few months. So
Hmm.
yeah. But I called in every favor I could to have friends help me like put it in the storage unit and take it out and bring it to my place and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I did as much as I could by myself without having to like call for help.
Yeah, I hate doing that shit. My one kid, because I told him he could have my appliances. Him and his girlfriend are gonna come and start cleaning out the fridge tomorrow, and they're gonna take the fridge and the stove, which means that I won't have a fridge or a stove for probably at least a week because I haven't bought another one yet. And then once you buy it, you have to schedule it to be delivered and hooked up. And I'm like, come take it, take
That's
it.
good. Yeah, that's no, that's good. That's good.
But
Yeah.
luckily, his brother has a truck. So, they're mostly gonna, try to move things themselves versus, asking other people or paying for something to be, um, moved.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because what is it? No, I asked my friend Richard. I asked him. I actually told him like a month before I needed him. I was like, "Hey man, are you good this week? Are you good this day?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll come early and move your stuff." I was like, "Listen, I'll buy you breakfast. Just like come fucking help me. I'll buy you
mhm.
lunch too. Just come fucking help me."
Yep, yep, yep.
I have the fucking elastic ties. I just need to move this stuff from here to here.
Yeah.
That's it. And we did it. We brought it down. We dumped it in his truck. We tied it the best we could with like 23 fucking ties just to make sure it wouldn't move
Yep.
or budge or whatever. And I'll never forget the storage. Storage unit was like what is it? A cube storage or whatever the hell it was, like in Duluth. You had to put in the code 3 times to get to the actual unit.
What the hell?
I'm not even kidding. I had it memorized like for months because of that. You had to put the code in to get into the gate with the car, and then had to put the code in to get into the actual building, and then put the code in to get once you got into like the inner lobby, you had to put the code in again to get through a door into the storage units.
But here's what doesn't make any sense. So was it the same code for all of that?
Yes, it was.
Okay, because I was gonna say, once one person makes it past the first one with the code, then you're pretty much free reign because if it's the same code, but you'd have to know which storage unit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
okay.
yeah, I mean, it was I liked I it was a little annoying, but I liked that fact because it was really secure, and I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine, that's okay, I can deal with that. Um, so yeah, that was the only caveat, but yeah, I kept things in there for like yeah, 6 months, and then eventually, yeah, I had my friend from Nashville come up with his giant truck at like 8 in the morning and meet me at the place, and we haul him, yeah, we put it all on his flatbed, and he, took it across town for me to my new place. We just like threw it in there. So yeah, just made, just
Good.
ask because like there are certain things that I can do, and I was like, you know what, I need help with this. I'm gonna ask somebody I know.
Mhm.
But I told him like they're very busy, so I told him like 2 months in advance, like this date, this time. But it worked out.
Nice,
So
but now you owe them a favor. So if they wanna move, then you gotta help them.
oh yeah, and he knows I'm good for it. He knows I'm good for it. I've known this guy like since like 8th grade. It's fine. He knows I'm
Yeah.
good for it. If he needs me, I'm there. It's okay.
Well, that's nice. But
Yeah.
see, I don't ask people for help because I don't wanna ever have to help them. Like, I don't.
It's terrible.
Because I've had people do that, like, especially guys, because I always feel like I'm obligated to them because they never do it out of the kindness of
Listen,
their heart. It's always
listen,
because they're
listen. Just
interested.
just give him a simple blowjob and they'll be real happy. Okay.
But yeah, it's like, "Oh, well, I can do that for you." I'm like, "No, I'd rather pay somebody. Thank you, though."
Jeez.
I
Ugh.
don't want any kind of sense of obligation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Oh, shit.
I understand that. I understand that. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh. Well, I do have another movie coming up though. I'm gonna send you a message in the chat here. Or actually I can message it to you this way on Facebook. So this I don't like remote roles, but this one will be pretty fun. It's like a big remote role for me.
Okay.
Um, but I'm gonna have to change the script some. Um, I don't know if I can say something that's in the script. So I'm gonna I'm gonna
Is it
text
is
you
it
this.
that bad?
Well, it's not.
It's not good.
So I'm talking about somebody,
Okay.
and of course, I'm saying it like la 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 la, however, and this is what I call them.
Let's see here. Oh my
And I'm
God.
like, no, if I can say that. I mean, granted, there's worse words you can say, but I don't want to be known for that. I'm like, ooh,
well, once again, you're an actor
it's
doing
a
this. It's
character.
a character.
Yes.
It's fine. It's okay. Um,
But yeah, I was like, who wrote this?
yeah, that's more on them than on you, in all honesty.
Well, no, actually, he's I thought he was mixed. Maybe he's just Puerto Rican, but
Yeah, yeah, those Puerto Ricans look. You gotta watch out for them, man. And like, wait, you can only tell when they speak, because when they speak and they certain words, you're like, oh yeah, you're Puerto Rican. I know how this works.
yeah, and I only know that because last time that we filmed together, somebody else was having a conversation with him, and I think they said something about him being mixed, and he must have said he wasn't or something like that because he goes, "Well, what did you think I was?" And I didn't hear what the other guy said. He goes, "No, man, I'm Puerto Rican." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought he was mixed too." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know."
Jeez.
I can never tell.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
no,
but
no.
yeah, I don't
Sometimes, yeah.
know. I don't know. That's actually there's some worse language that's in there too. So I don't have some of the
I
worst
guess
lines.
I guess you're playing like I guess the head of HOA or something if you're using that word.
I am, yeah,
Are you
it's
playing the Karen character? Is that what you're playing?
no, and actually, if you I think he posted this for everybody. So it's Psycho Night. And if you follow them on Facebook, they did just post everybody that's going to be in this remote thing with me. I don't know how much information he's given out. So let me pull this up here. Psycho Night. Let's see if it's a public group. It's a private group. So, but there is a group of us that's basically watching some fighting and stuff like that going on.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha. Okay, that makes sense
yep,
then.
yep. And yeah, there's gosh, is there 6 of us? 7 of us, but we're all remote, so we all have to film our roles remotely, and he's gonna, put them together. But it's over the course of like 4 nights, so I gotta think of different outfits and different characters, and like you said, the Karen character, because I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking about different wigs or different looks, different clothes. I'm like, he said to just go wild with it, make it fun.
That's good.
Yeah, I just have to decide what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm. But yeah, I got to decide if I want to change that language or not. I mean, I can say fucking cunt, cocksucker, but that right there, I was like,
No,
which
that's fair. That's fair. I mean, what I would do is I would come up with some alternatives. Like if you have to do that, you have to do that. That's fine. But come up with some alternatives as well. Just
yeah.
just to make sure that they
Well,
have
luckily
something else to work
he's
with.
yeah, luckily he's fine with little improv, and he said, just kind of so I guess as long as I get like the type of character he wants,
Yeah, exactly,
I'll have to
exactly.
think about it because quite honestly, I don't know that I could. Um, well, I guess I could if I really got into character. Maybe if I was on set, because when I'm on set and they say action, like I get into it.
Hmm.
But being remote, it's going to be difficult for me because it's a lot of fucking dialogue. And he said that, we also have to record, like, just keep it recording because I'll be having actions or reactions to what other people are saying too. But there ain't nobody fucking there. That's why I'm like,
That's
"How
so
the hell am I gonna
weird. That's gonna be
record this?"
that's gonna be so strange to
We
film.
should
Like,
just do we should just do a Zoom with all of us and just get it done, but no, we all can record it on our own, and then they'll splice it together, but I'm like,
yeah, because I
"Jesus."
think
I mean, it's
I think it's more of a quality thing. Like,
yeah,
Zoom. Wow, jeez,
yeah,
holy crap,
that's the script,
jeez.
and that's just our portion, that's not the whole script.
Wow. Yeah, I think well, and also doing Zoom stuff, like the video quality varies. Like it's not
Yeah.
that great. So I think he wants to do it to where, he can probably make all the pixels, like squeeze them into a 4K image or something like that and make it, or even a 1080p image so it can look, fine. I think that's what he's trying to do, which then makes sense, but the timings have to be right or at least really close. The reactions have to be really close. Like that's all. Even if it's just 4 people, that's a lot of hell to like work through and try and get done. Like that's not a joke.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. This is the guy that I did, The Elder Hunters with, which I'm
Okay.
still waiting to come out. Just spit on my keyboard. I'm still waiting for it. Yeah. Yeah, I was so very proud of that. I don't know that you ever, oops, watched the preview or anything, did you? I think maybe you did.
I don't know if you
There was a
mentioned it.
trailer
I don't know
for
if you
it.
sent it to me or not. Yeah, I don't know if you sent it to me or not, but yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But it was fun.
I was trying to watch your other stuff too. So.
Yeah. I know there should be a lot that comes out this year.
Hmm.
So, um, but no, that's all I have going on. I mean, I really trying to catch up at work as always, as always.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, Gotta work to pay bills till I get these kids out. I'm like, I could probably cut my expenses in half if they would just move out.
I love it.
Bet I could.
I love it. Yeah, mom was over here like trying to cook me like 4 dinners a day. She's like, "Here, take a truckload of food back." I'm like, I'm fine. I can do this, by myself." She's like, "No, no, no, just
I know everybody's like, "You'll miss them when they're gone." Well, give me a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a chance.
I mean, that could be true, but I'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Jeez. Yeah.
So did you do anything special with your mom for her birthday? Go
No,
anywhere special new
here's
or
here's the funniest thing. Like apparently I've inspired the entire family to lose weight. I swear to God, it's the weirdest thing. Because
well,
everybody's
you look
on.
great.
Thank you.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Thank you. Because apparently like everybody's on Optavia now. Like my mom is, my aunt is, my
And you've
uncle
stopped
is.
doing it.
Yeah, I stopped. Well, because like I got bored of it. I might. It's one of those things. Like if I don't lose weight in these last 6 months of the year, I'll probably go back to it at the beginning of next year. Honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
just to pick it up again, just to like get it done and do it.
Mhm.
I'll see what happens. If I'm happier doing this than that, I'll probably just stick with it. But if I
Mhm.
can just pick it up for like 6 months or 8 months and not do it like for a whole year, I'll be fine. But we'll see. That'll whatever. So the funny thing is that usually we get a big cake for mom and things like that,
Yeah.
and that didn't happen. So what my sister-in-law did is that she got my mom a two-tiered cake looking thing that was made out of watermelon. It was just like a bigger piece than a small piece on top with like fruit going down the side of it,
Oh.
and it was a whole
Hmm.
thing, and I was just like, okay, that's great. And like it was like the healthiest cake we've ever like had. It was so strange, but it's just like this is the was one of the birth because like even every birthday we have cake or something sweet or something like in that
Yeah.
realm. It's like we have fucking watermelon this time because everybody doesn't want to like eat
Well, what a
cake.
clever idea.
It's just funny because like my entire life it's been like birthdays is like cake and candles and icing and like the whole nine. It's been that. This is the first time in my 38 years that like it hasn't been that way, and it's so weird. It's incredibly strange because everybody's
Oh
trying to
my
lose weight, and
gosh.
like it's funny because like we mom got a fuck ton of like Thai food from like a place down from downtown or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I had to go pick it up and bring it back. It's fine, but we all ate Thai food that was all fried and greasy and this that and the other. It's just
Uh-huh.
like so this kind of like negates like the whole thing.
Your watermelon cake.
Yeah. But yeah, it was I mean, it was still good. It was still like very it was very cool to look at and everything. It was very nice, very Instagrammable, but I was just like I would rather like actual fucking cake. But I did get her there's a place in town called Cinnaholic that does all this vegan stuff because she's vegetarian, so I got
Mhm.
her some like vegan cookie dough chocolate bites and some like brownie cookie dough icing
Oh,
stuff as
nice.
well. Like
Okay.
nothing too much because she's on the diet. I didn't want to like really interrupt that. I was just like, here, have at least like one or two things. So
Yeah.
it's not going to affect her, diet or anything during the week. But no, she partaked a little bit, so it was good. It was good. So yeah. So it was nice. But we got together and just did that and
Oh,
everything. And that was about it. It was nice to have everybody over for a bit. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And that was
Nice, nice, nice.
yeah, but usually when I'm home, she cooks, she wants to cook all the meals and all everything and stuff, so also I had to fix a bunch of things that are broken because that's what I do. Um
That's a good boy. My older son, until he started dating this girl because he always wants to leave, he was fixing things around here. Now I can't even get him to take a damn screen out of the window. Oh, well.
yeah, yeah, mom wanted me to
I
like
can hire somebody to do that.
there you go. Like I had to I had to figure out mom's car or whatever with the Bluetooth. The printer was down again, so I had to fix that. Um
Mm,
Her phone was acting up, had to figure that out. So yeah, that was like a bunch of technical things I had to like do while I was there. Um, but they got done, so everything's fine now. So
good,
had to fix the Roku
good.
in her office or in her room or whatever as well. So it was yeah.
Nice. Any exciting plans this coming weekend? 4th of July?
Yeah, it's funny because my friends in Tennessee, want to hang out, and I thought they were gonna do the fourth, which was like a Thursday or something, but no, they had to
Yeah, it's Thursday.
since we have other friends coming through as well, they wanted to do Saturday, and I'm like, oh, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
that'll
will
work.
drive back to Tennessee again for the third weekend in a row. Yeah, the third or fourth weekend in a row of like going to Tennessee.
So what do you think of that link I sent you? Elon Musk just had his 12th fucking kid.
I know. Oh my God.
Can you believe that shit? And I guess I didn't realize that her twins, the chick that he's having the kids with had just had this newest baby with. It was through IVF. And she's one of his employees. She's actually manager of yeah, she works for him.
You know what? You know what? He's been having babies with a lot of employees. I think what he's doing, I think what he's doing is like trying to understand. He's got some computer or some geneticist like going through people's DNA in his office, and he's like,
Mhm.
how do I get the best match for like the best looking or the best like the perfect people, the perfect
The
kids?
perfect child.
And
Yeah.
he's like, I'll pay you so much, just have my fucking kid. I'll pay
Yeah.
you the whatever it is, the paternity leave, give you like a million or two cash on top of it, no taxes,
Yep.
like just take it, just
Take
have my
care of the
kid.
kid. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's what he's
Mm.
doing, honestly. I think that's what he's doing. He wants his little like fucking like genius army or whatever to take over the world
Yeah,
when he dies.
because this chick, all three of the kids that they have, the twins and the newest one, was IVF.
Yeah.
The singer chick, they have three kids. The first one was natural, and I remember that because it was harder on her body. And so when they had the second kid, I was not surprised it was IVF. But then there was that secret third kid that I didn't even know they were. So, because she was pregnant at the same time the other chick was pregnant.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I think
and
it's
then his first wife, like I said, their first child after it passed from SIDS, their other kids were IVF. So I'm like,
yeah.
does he even have sex
Well, no, I think okay. So I think with his
at
first
all?
kid, I think with his first kid having SIDS, that's more probably why he's doing IVF. So like he doesn't go through that again.
Could be.
Yeah, because he's probably, I mean, he probably did the research and it's just like, oh, it's safer if it's done this way and the success is higher. Because I mean, like once again, I don't have friends who have experienced SIDS, but I mean,
Mm.
I would think it's devastating. It's beyond
Oh yeah,
devastating.
I'm sure.
So I'm sure he got affected by it, and he wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. So he researched the best way of doing it, and this is what he found.
Well, and like you said, genetics. When you do IVF, they can look for a lot. I want a boy, I want a girl, or I want, they can manipulate a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, to a certain level, yeah,
And I would not be surprised if that's what he's been doing. At the very least, like you said, going through his list of employees, who would be a good match where the chances are our child will be intelligent and attractive and blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
creepy as hell, though.
I mean, yeah, it's very much like a eugenics project that he's fucking running. It's very like it's teetering on that fucking level of like Hitler type of shit. It really is.
Yeah,
It it
when
very much is.
when I saw that, I was just like, damn, another? Why?
Yeah, it's
Because as far as I know, he's not even in like a relationship with this woman.
yeah.
It's not like his wife or girlfriend or I mean, yeah, I don't understand, but control maybe?
Yeah, I think he's
Mm.
a billionaire, so he's kind of like he's been a billionaire for a while now. I think he's kind of like lost his mind a little bit. So
Mm. Yeah, kind of like that other billionaire. Do you know that guy? God, I can't think of his name. I follow him on Instagram, but just because he's weird. He's like a billionaire and he's paying all this money to try to turn back time.
yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
follow
yeah.
him on Instagram. Yeah, and it's
He's
like he's so weird looking.
he's wild. He's
Mm.
fucking wild. One thing I saw him do that I thought was very like, oh, we know this works now is like he took blood from his son and put it into him.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, it was one of those things where it's like you hear about the shit in Hollywood and these higher ups taking like baby's blood and this
Yeah.
and you're just like, so this guy did it legally on camera and you saw him do it and it worked and the doctor said it worked. So it's like, so there's scientific truth to this. It's really fucking weird. Like I hate to put on my tinfoil hat, but I'm just like, it's
Mm,
been proven.
mm,
It's fucking weird. It's very fucking weird. So I
yeah.
don't know, but no, I follow that guy. It's very interesting because I think he's like 65 or some shit, but he looks like he's like 32 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
He's trying to turn time back till he's like 18. I don't think he'll ever make it that far, but yeah, he does some of the craziest stuff.
yeah,
But it's like if somebody didn't have money, they wouldn't be able to do it. But
yeah.
yeah, all the research that's involved um in the stuff that he does is
Well,
amazing.
and it's funny because like I know the triggers like telomeres or mirrors or whatever like on the ends of cells or your blood cells or whatever. It's like that stuff. And it's funny because
Mhm.
the one way they figured out how to do it correctly to get more on there to make sure they last longer is to be like underwater or being like a pressurized vessel underwater, like will turn them back, or like lack of oxygen will turn them back or something. It's really like a fucking weird thing that I remember reading about.
Mm.
That did it. But no, I've seen this guy. Well, I think I watched. He did Andrew Schultz's podcast
Mm.
a couple weeks ago, and they were talking to him and they were making fun of him a little bit there. But he took it in stride, which was really good. But yeah, the
Yeah,
man,
he
yeah,
seemed like he had a good personality,
yeah, and like he's doing it's this ridiculous level of research he's doing. But once again,
except
like
to his
he,
ex-girlfriend. She's suing him.
I don't
He said
know.
he'd support her, and now he isn't because they're no longer together.
Well, if
Bitch, get
it's
a job.
well, it's one of those things. Like if it's a verbal contract, that's I don't know. It's a whole. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole
Yeah,
like
she gave up
hearsay
like her
thing.
career or something because he said he loved her and would support her forever, and then they broke up. So now she wants her forever support, even though they're not together. I know, whatever.
Well, apparently Giselle and her like karate buddy are like breaking up too.
No
After
shit.
yeah, after Tom Brady like after they had the roasting of Tom Brady and everybody fucking went in on her. And I was like, oh, just like I was like, oh, just you let Giselle cheat on you. Like, how the fuck did it happen? And like, apparently after that, like she fucking called him and was like angry on the phone to him, and he's just like, listen, it's a
It's not his
roast.
fault.
Well, here's the thing: whenever they do a roast, they they ask the person what is allowed, what isn't. Like, what are the hard rules? And people had and mind you, people had jokes about everything, and they went through and they that's why whenever you see the roast, people have like the papers of jokes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I'll cross out the ones they can do and like highlight the ones that they want to do and that are okay. But they have them across the board, and then like
Okay.
they asked him and they asked the producers like what is good. They're like, oh, don't talk about like the coach or whatever. Like literally the hard
Don't
rules like
talk
don't
about my kids or don't talk
yeah
about, yep, gotcha. Okay.
don't talk about my kids or don't talk about like this particular coach that's a good friend of mine. Those were the hard rules.
Yep.
Because I think Andrew Schultz talked about it as well. He's like, oh, these were the hard rules, and he's like, they're like, are you sure? It's like we can talk about Giselle. It's like, yeah, fine, whatever. And it's just like, fuck. So he was playing like some fucking mind chess because there were going to be clips of that hitting the internet like that morning, that night, and like they were just going to fucking go out, and she was going to get pissed immediately.
Hey,
Like he
they're
knew that.
divorced.
He
That's
knew that.
She wanted the divorce. They're
Yeah.
divorced.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they're divorced and it's like now you're getting made fucking fun of because he went for the fucking karate teacher.
Yep.
Not the football player who has like five Super Bowl rings and is
Yep.
worth $100 million. He went for the fucking karate teacher. Good for you, lady.
Yep. Yep.
Whatever.
Oh
but
God.
the reason I think I know why she did that because like I think Tom was out too much and she was alone and she
Yeah.
was just not getting the attention she wanted.
Yeah.
And so the karate teacher who's there every fucking day probably just gave her the attention. She's like, I'll just bang him, and that was the whole
Well, I
thing.
told you how he had said he would retire and then he backed out. And rumor, I'd been reading how she wanted him to retire.
Yeah.
And he said, nope, I want to play for one more year. And she's like, if you continue playing, I want a divorce. So they got a divorce and then he retired. I was like, that's cold. And
Yeah.
when he retired, because I know we said this before, his statement when he retired was um, that he wanted to put his family first and spend some time with his kids. By then, it had came out that Giselle was with the karate teacher.
Yeah. Jeez.
I
I think he knew. I think he
think he
knew.
knew.
He knew and he
I
was
think that's the whole reason he wouldn't retire.
yeah, yeah. I think yeah,
I
because he
think she was probably already fucking around.
yeah, and he knew is like I'm gonna need the money to get out of this fucking divorce if and pay
Yep.
alimony if I'm gonna do this shit. So he's just like, all right, I'm gonna keep playing a little bit. But I mean, that's how it is with every football guy. Even Brett Favre was the same way. He quit 5 times. Like it's the same shit you see.
Yep.
That's just how it is because they'll play until
Yep.
like they physically can't like get up in the mornings and then they'll
Because
stop
they
when they
live
have to.
for it.
Yeah, they live for it. That's their whole
Yeah.
purpose.
Which, speaking of football, did you see Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
Yeah, she's real young, real young.
24 fucking years old, young.
Yeah, yeah,
And they've been dating for a year.
yeah, yeah.
Is she hoping he dies? I'm
Probably.
just wondering. Maybe I think. Do you think she'll try to get married before? How could she have that old man crawl up on her? Like, if he was attractive, then it would be one thing. I don't think money would be enough in that situation
Well, I mean, it
because
probably.
he's fucking old.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things where
Looks
it's
it.
like, listen. I mean, I know I can pull up a handful of female celebrities who have young dudes on their arm too.
Yeah, but the females look good. That's the thing. If we're talking about Cher, who's in her 70s, and her
Yeah,
boyfriend who's in his 20s, Cher looks fucking good for a woman in her
that's
70s.
the difference, isn't it? That's the difference. Yep, that's
That's
the
the
difference.
difference.
That's the difference. That's what it is. Because I was wondering like, what's the caveat? No, it's yeah, yeah. But no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, she looks good. But yeah, Belichick looks like a fucking a wet ball sack.
He looks like somebody's grandpa,
Yeah,
like he's screwing his granddaughter. Yeah,
yeah,
that's just
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing I can
I'm not
think
a fan
of
of
is
these. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these fucking male celebrities like getting girls who are like okay, 24, 26 is fine. That's fine.
mhm,
Okay, that's fine. But when you get them when they're like 17 and 18, like I fucking question your like morality.
yeah.
Because I know
Well,
Seinfeld did that shit.
yes, I was just gonna bring up Seinfeld because wasn't his girlfriend either in like a senior in high school or a
Yep.
freshman in college or some shit?
Yep.
She was
She was
18?
she was
That's
like yeah.
creepy.
No, that's creepy. That's creepy. I understand if they're out of college and they're like 24, 26, like that's fine. That's like I'll let that go
You're
because
learning your adulthood. You're getting in, yeah.
yeah, but when you just legally turn like when you're waiting outside the door being like in 3, 2, 1, you're 18 and I can
Mm,
bait like that's fucking
mm.
that's shitty. That's real shitty. Because even
No,
the
because
lead
they're not
singer,
mm.
I think even the lead singer of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers did the same thing where like he's like 54 and his girlfriend's like 17 or 18. I'm just like
Ugh,
fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
that's gross.
That's really gross. Like once again, 20, 26, 24, something like that. That's fine. Once again, like yeah, we agree. Like they're out of college. They're becoming adults. Like okay, maybe he met her at like a coffee shop and she was a barista, whatever, and she's cute. Fine,
Mhm,
whatever. That's fine. But yeah, when you're that famous and that old and you're lurking around the playground, you need to fucking stop.
mm. And there's lots of them that do it. And I can get some of the women and some men. There's that one, the kid that was in Kick-Ass, fucking
Yeah.
18 years old, married that woman in her 40s, and
Well,
they
that
have fucking 2 kids.
that's because they didn't he didn't wear rubber and he got her well they got pregnant or she got pregnant or whatever however you want to put it.
Mm.
But I mean
They're
that
still married.
yeah,
They
which is so fucking weird. That's so
And
predatory.
he's done interviews, and he said he doesn't understand why people have such an issue with it. So I guess,
Well, it's
uh,
I don't know. I feel like that's almost like Stockholm syndrome at that point.
yeah, to me, I feel like she took his childhood. She took his ability to be able to go out and enjoy his 20s and get to know himself.
Yeah.
He never got to be, a young man.
So when his kids when his kids are 18 and he's like
Mm.
I don't know 40 or 38 or whatever, um, and he gets divorced from this chick, what? Then they'll be able to party? I don't know. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's yeah. Because I mean, like, even, I mean, when you get into that caveat, you're also getting into you're also then like you look at these very hot teachers, all always in Florida, who are banging these boys who are like, 14 and 15. It's like
Nasty.
that's terrible.
And part of me jokes because I'll do this with Conrad's dad. Like if we see one of those hot teachers and it's like, hey, why didn't Conrad have a teacher like that in school? We'll laugh about it. It's really
That's yeah,
not
no,
funny,
that's
but we'll
no,
laugh.
yeah, no, that's yeah.
But they're sick. The fuck in their right mind. I can even look at somebody like my older son who's, in his 20s. He'll have friends come around and to me they're still kids. I how could somebody look at like a 5th grader, a 6th grader, a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old? Ooh, that's a man. Oh god, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's the same when when you see no, they're pedophiles through and
Mm,
through. Whether they're men or women, they're just pedophiles, and they need to be shot and killed and hung and
mm,
quartered and set on fire in the backyard. That's how I feel about it.
yeah.
They're
Mm-mm,
terrible pieces of shit in society, and they need to be taken care of. They need to be taken out, not taken care of, taken out,
mm,
just eliminated entirely. That's what needs to happen.
yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's always those fucking teachers. That's
yeah,
quite a few of them, and those are the ones. Because hell, we've even had that in our small town. Um, there's, quite a few of them that makes you wonder how many don't get caught. Yep, how many of
yeah,
them don't
yeah.
never comes out. As a matter of fact, so my younger son graduated with this girl who, like, 6 months after graduation, posted a picture on Facebook of her and one of her former teachers, happy 1-year anniversary. And so there was a big to do because if they were on their 1-year anniversary 6 months after she graduated high school, that means they started dating when she was in high school and still one of his students. Um, so there was a big to do about it. But they didn't do anything. They didn't him and her ended up having a kid together. And now he's taking care of the kid while he's letting her go and have some fun and enjoy her younger, youth that he basically stole from her. But they're
Yeah,
still together.
yeah, and it's that's something I discovered recently. I remember I was looking at some friends or whatever online, and this girl who's graduated the same year I did, and she's about my age, recently started dating our one of our old teachers,
Hmm,
and it's like I don't know, like it's like she's old
why?
enough and he's old enough, and like there's probably like a 15-year difference, but it's just fucking weird.
Yeah, I would never.
It's just like in
Mm,
I don't know why I don't know why it weirds me out because like there's the age thing is
yeah.
it's beyond that. Like once again, like she is almost 40 and he's probably like 55 or something. But it's just like it shouldn't weird
He
me out, but it
saw
does.
her as a young woman, a young teenager. How can he
Yeah.
possibly see her in a sexual way now? That's
Yeah.
what I have trouble with.
Okay, good. All right. So then yeah, that's what it is then because I was just like what the like what am I missing here? Like there's some caveat that's like not making sense, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially because I don't know how your school was, but I know you're from a small community. Our everything from kindergarten clear up to high school, it was all the schools were basically connected. So you saw the teachers all the time. So did he not see her until she was in high school, or did he know her in middle school? I don't.
I don't know, but I know for yeah, like even like I'm on their Facebook page right now, and there's a picture of like there's a family picture of them together with this old coach who's very gray and very big, her and then like two kids, and I think guess are her two kids from her marriage or whatever.
Mm,
And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? This is so weird. This is
I don't know.
incredibly weird.
I don't get it.
Oh, there's a picture of him in the girls' locker room. This makes so much sense now.
Ah, nice.
Okay, gotcha. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
never
No,
liked. And here's the thing: like everybody liked this guy, but I never did. I always thought he was like,
mm,
I thought there was something off about him. Honestly, all the way
uh, you
through.
you felt it then. You felt it. Too bad more people didn't. And like I said, I can think right off the top of my head, and I'm from a very small community. My graduating class had 86 people in there. Our largest high school in my community had 300 people in their graduating class. So we're a very small community. And I know right off the top of my head, three three male teachers that had inappropriate relationships or tried, actually 4, or, attempted to, and I say attempted to because there was a coach at one of the schools, and I think he was volleyball coach, started texting, some of the girls some inappropriate things, send me pictures and shit like that, and
Yeah,
again, he didn't get in trouble. He got talked to, but they didn't fire him or anything like that.
yeah. There was I forget. It was a baseball coach in the school when I was there, like between 2000 2004. And what was it? I forget his name. God, I forget his name. But he was a baseball coach, but he also taught the typing class.
Mm,
And I remember the first semester, the first half of the year, he was there, and then all of a sudden he was gone. And then I had to talk to the baseball team. My friend was the baseball team. He's like, "Yo, what the happened to Coach? I think it's Coach Harden is what was the guy's name." And they were like, "Yeah, they found a note of this girl he was banging because there was like apparently like there was like some dude's house was nearby. There was a hot tub there, and they were just there all the time, banging or whatever. And like his wife found out, and they found the letter,
yeah.
and he got let go or something." Because
Mm.
I knew the girl and she was gone too whenever this happened. Like she was gone that thing as well. But like it was weird because she would always come in class and talk to him. And it was always very, 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 very quick. It was never anything that you could see that was like it was there. You could never see that. So he must have trained her very well.
Mm.
Sorry to say, but he probably trained her very well. It's like, don't come to the classroom unless you actually absolutely need something. Um But another thing was that Coach Evans, he got caught after I left with drugs, and he would apparently what happened with him is that he left for 4 years and he came back.
Okay.
Yeah. So this and like I know
Mm.
why they did. I know why they did that so that like all the kids who knew him didn't know him, and the people the new batch of kids would be like, oh okay, whatever. We don't know who he is, so it's fine.
Mhm. Mm.
But yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just weirds me out because yeah, this girl once again, this girl's my age, so it's just like I don't know. And I didn't realize like, he's a pastor, and there's a picture of him with he's a picture of him with the girls in their locker room, obviously clothed,
Mm.
but it's on Facebook, and they're like cheering. I guess they won something or whatever, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like
Yeah.
I'm not I'm like, am I seeing this? Am I making this up? Because it's
Mm.
just like this is strange, man.
How could no one else think that's strange? That just
Well, once again, small southern town. He's like this pastor,
mhm.
preacher, motherfucker, whatever. I don't like people like that. And then he's also like the coach, the female coach, whatever. I guarantee when he kicks the bucket, there'll be like 40 people coming out saying, "Oh, he touched me."
Mm.
Guaranteed, guaranteed.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's just not a fan of it, man. Yeah, I like
What
even and like it was one of those things where like I mean I was yeah I've been in his classes before and things like that, and he would always he was very religious, and when he knew that I wasn't Christian or whatever,
Mhm.
he kind of zeroed in on me, and he's like, well, these
Of course.
you believe these things and they're wrong and this and the other. I was like, all right, dude,
Oh,
whatever.
good God. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, dude, whatever. How about you slow your roll there, big guy?
Mm.
Yeah.
God. I'm so glad I'm not in school anymore. I'm so glad my kids are not in school anymore. Mm.
Yeah, with social media is a bitch. I've heard a lot of things about that. Like it's because
Yeah.
when you were in school, during our days,
Mhm.
you left things at school, like the bully, you
Yeah.
fighting, whatever,
Yeah.
like that. Now it chases you 24/7 across line,
Oh,
memes, all that
absolutely.
bullshit, dude. It's fucking terrible.
And then how about some of those cases where it's not just the students bullying, but you find out their parents, usually their mother, like your bully's mother is saying shit to you.
Yeah,
It just social media really has done a lot of damage to the way that people socialize.
Yeah,
There's a lot of positives, but yeah, I've just seen everything go downhill since Facebook, to be honest.
yeah, I completely understand that.
Mm,
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no, I'm looking at this guy. Should I say his name on the podcast?
that's up to you.
I don't know. I probably get some hate from some people who are just like, "Oh, he's a really good dude," but I'm just like, I don't know about that. I'll keep
But
quiet.
are you saying a lie about anything?
No, I'm just,
Then,
no, it's not. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna lie about it. Just, once again, it's one of those things where I don't know, he just always felt off to me
mm,
ever since I'd known him. It's just like, I don't like him, but it seemed like everybody fucking loved him, and it's like, I didn't really care for the dude ever. But apparently everybody loved the guy, and he's revered, and this and the other. And it's like, and it's like, usually when somebody's like that in a community, they're the ones who are doing the bad shit. So maybe it'll come out, maybe it won't. Who the fuck knows?
mm,
But yeah,
mm.
I'm not gonna say his name. But if something comes out and it's in the news, all of a sudden I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
And
Yeah.
on that note, it's getting late. You got to get your shit from your car. I
Oh
got to try
God.
to work in the morning, attempt
Okay.
to.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about me getting ghosted or not.
Oh, yes. 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 We should have did that in the beginning.
Oh God. I just remembered it as soon as you were saying stuff.
Well, it happens so often, right? No, I'm
Oh
kidding. That's so
God.
mean. I'm
Oh
sorry. It
God.
does not happen that often. But no, tell us about it.
Well, no. I sent you. I had a hit on this South Asian dating site I was using, and I sent you
Mhm.
literally the screenshots of the whole thing. And I think I'd gone out and I was drunk and I didn't want to message anything because I didn't want to be that guy. So like I
Mhm.
got up the next day, I was gonna message her, and then like all of a sudden she wasn't there. It's like, oh, okay, well, fuck it. And then I wake up that I think that Saturday morning to go to the film festival, and she's there again. It's like, this is fucking weird. And she likes Star Trek, and I sent you the stuff that like
Mhm.
the pickup lines. I sent her that one. She liked it. We talked a little bit like about traveling, this, that, and the other. And I was just trying to like talk to her and see what's up and everything. Then I sent her a couple messages, waited a day, and then sent her another one, and then just nothing, gone, done. Didn't let the message die or sit, just not happening. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
That is so crazy to me.
I honestly think it's because of the religion thing. I think that's why.
Mm.
I really think that's why.
Yeah, because you had sent me screenshots, so you two are of a different religion, but I mean, you don't have to be the same religion to go on a date.
No, we don't. And it's one of those things where it's like, once again, being first generation is really tough because you have a family that's sort of up your ass all the time. So it's one of
Mm,
those things.
yeah.
And it's one of those things where like a friend of mine went through this as well because he dated a girl who was of a different religion. His parents were up his ass, and like he dated her for 3 years. She was
Damn.
she was great. I met her. She was awesome. She was wonderful.
Mhm.
She was attentive. She was just like the best thing ever.
Mhm.
And because of her religion, his parents were up his ass, and he couldn't do anything.
And that's sad. After
And
3 years,
yeah, yeah. And apparently she broke it up with him.
you
It's like,
know,
and I was like, yeah, I get,
they were still like that. That's
yeah,
sad.
yeah. But no,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
something.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. She could have told you that. She could have just said, "Hey, I don't think we should take this any further." Not just fucking quit responding. And why did her profile not show up? Did she take herself off the app or hide herself off the app, hoping you wouldn't reach out to her again? That's
I
I
don't
mean, is she
know.
still on there now?
No, no, no. No, it's gone because what'll happen? The way the app works is that the way the app works is that you do messages back and forth, And then if you message somebody a certain amount of time and there's no response, it'll sit there for 4 days. Once it's done with the full 4 days, it goes to like the expired pile where you can go through.
Oh.
I mean, you can, and if it sits there in the expired pile, it means that they're still interested, or at least have you, on the
Mhm.
side there, so that if you want to, you can always pop it back up and then pop it back up again and send them another message and see if they're still interested in it. But if they delete themselves and the conversation from it, that means that they unmatched and they don't
Mm.
want to deal with you anymore. And I'm just like,
Okay, well, maybe if it was the religion thing, then she needs to update her profile a little more to say they must be the same religion as her.
yeah. And here's the thing: is she liked my profile?
Oh, maybe she didn't read it.
That's more. That's probably what happened because I've
Mhm.
I've talked. It's the weirdest fucking thing. I swear to God. Every woman I've met on these dating apps never read the dude's profile because I've
Oh,
talked to
good
them
God.
and they'll ask me questions that pertain to that are on my profile. All the answers are fucking there. They're answering. They ask me these
Mm.
questions for, and everything about them. And mind you, I don't. I'm trying not to sound like a fucking weirdo, but like I will scan theirs and kind of like
Yeah,
keep referring to it as a reference, so I know what
that's
to
what it's
ask
there
them.
for.
Yeah, so I can ask them questions. And
Yeah.
it's just like every question they ask me is the shit that's on the profile, and I'm just like, did you not read it? Do you just look at the picture and swipe and just hope it happens? Like, what the
Yeah, well, at least you know you're good looking that these women are just seeing your picture and being like, "Yep, yep, him,"
Yeah,
without
but I
reading your
would, I mean,
profile.
that's true. But I mean, if I could get like a blowjob, that'd be even better. I'm not asking for much over here. But no, I mean, even a first date
Yeah.
would be nice. But it's just one of those things where it's like, God damn it, like
Yeah, you're
it's
probably right. She probably just mashed with you, and then as you got to talking or she looked at your profile, then she was like, "Oh, yeah, we're not as good of a match as I thought." But don't waste time, man, and she's a therapist. She needs to go to therapy.
yeah, she she was a therapist.
She needs her own therapist.
Yeah, and like apparently she was on vacation. As I was asking her stuff about her vacation, like, oh, how do you travel? Like, are you traveling with like? I wasn't trying once again trying not to be creepy and ask her if she was traveling by herself or
Mhm,
anything. I was like, oh, how do you travel? Do you have like an itinerary like that's laminated, or do you just go do whatever? She's like, I do whatever.
mhm,
I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's great. That's kind of what I do too. And I was just
mhm.
trying to like ask her about her trip and not be
Yeah,
too invasive and stuff because she's on vacation. I don't want to,
mhm,
bombard her. But once again, she kept answering me in the same amount of time I was asking questions. So I was like, oh, this is good. There's a good back and forth going.
yeah,
And then like and like mind you, I'm watching movies in this fucking theater in this small little like meeting room in this hotel. And my phone's going off and I'm trying to answer as best I can and like try to do as fast as I can, just in a timely
yeah,
manner.
yeah,
And just once again, just trying to keep it going. And then, I asked her a couple of questions and then I didn't get a response back. And then I waited a day and I asked her another question, then gone. It's like, all right, fine. Because like I asked, like, she said something that she recently got into weightlifting, and like the last thing I asked her was like, oh, how much, how did you get into weightlifting? I wanted to hear the story.
mhm.
Gone, nothing.
Well, like I told you, since she was on vacation, maybe she did one of those how Stella got her groove back, and she's with, like, some 20-year-old island boy or something.
Whatever, man, whatever.
Um, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, send us an email to ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com.